Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Pada Padme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Everyone will realize God, will be liberated, but one must follow the instructions of Guru. Sri Ramakrishna says, yesterday we saw to a small extent what does Guru mean. So, Guru and mantra. Guru is one who is empowered by God to show the path for an ordinary jiva to return back to the source, the eternal, unbroken happiness, peace and freedom. Similarly, Guru is qualified also. Guru is one who has realized the truth and is established in the realization, his realizations. And Guru is one who is absolutely sinless, apapavidham, sinless. And then Guru's another important characteristic is infinite compassion and love for the jivas. God endows these special qualities in a Guru like 1,000 mother. One mother, how much she cares and strives for the evolution of her child, for the growth of her child, development of her child, how she protects from wavering out from the path of dharma. So, like that, suppose 1,000 mothers are together put, it is like the Guru. Constantly, mother may sometimes forget the child, but Guru is constantly in disciples' awareness and disciple in Guru's awareness. And both are managed by a special power called Vidya Maya. We all come under that Vidya Maya. There are two aspects of Maya. One is Avidya Maya, which binds the jiva to the world, and another is the Vidya Maya, who releases us from the bondages and suffering. So once the sadhaka decides to realize God, he comes to the border. He comes to the border between the Avidya Maya and Vidya Maya. Little struggle, little longing, little aspiration, he jumps that division, demarcation, and enters the Vidya Maya. Once he enters into Vidya Maya, he is safe. Though he might be affected by his past, yet he is in the jurisdiction of Vidya Maya. She takes over, she guides. Guru is made to meet the disciple, or disciple by some means is made to meet the Guru. It is by this power of Vidya Maya. And once you enter into her jurisdiction, you need not worry much, because it has the power to protect you from the karmic load that you are carrying and the vasanas. Now, as the time goes, as the sadhana increases, so much the Vasanas, the power of the vasanas. First, the Vidyamaya reduces the intensity of vasana. Vasana has two, one magnitude and intensity. So, intensity is the tivrata with which you crave for the world or enjoyments. Restless mind, its intensity is reduced. You feel inclined to enjoy, but same time a kind of what for, should I go or not, should I go or, mind starts oscillating between should I go or not, should I go on. Some hold is trying to pull it back by its some other power. Now earlier simply run without caring for the consequences. The thought of consequences doesn't come into picture when we are in the avidya maya jurisdiction. So when we come to the vidya maya jurisdiction, first the power of the entry itself reduces the power. Just like you are in the world somewhere and you change the company, or you enter a temple or the presence of a saint, the how your attitudes, understanding, feelings, everything change. Enter a music hall, how it changes your awarenesses and feelings. Same way, when you enter into the realm of Vidyamaya, then you will see that your intensity is reduced. Once the intensity is reduced, you will see that a little oscillating begins between the enjoyments and I don't want, we don't want. Without seeking, with all resistance, still the vasana drives. Vasana is so powerful that with all our efforts, now because the divine power as Vidyamaya has reduced our intensity, we are able to manage ourselves. And then second thing, what happens once Guru comes into the life, Guru to come in our life, we need a little evolution. Just like to go to the school, the nursery place must be over. You must get accustomed to school life. So kindergarten is one of the places, play school, wherein the child is allowed to grow to the stage of entering into the school. Like that, we are grown to the level of entering into Vidyamaya, and in Vidyamaya, the small lessons of writing A, B, C, D, this, that, and all, we are finishing. It is at this stage, just an aspiration, how much it is taking you see. And this preparation of primary school is finished, Guru enters. There the middle school standard as if you are entering into. Then you will see the frequency for worldly enjoyments or worldly possessions decrease frequency. It was very frequent. Now some wave comes, lasts for some time, and story dissolves, tapers down. And again there is a gap. Again suddenly from somewhere the desire comes. I must eat, I must go, I must play. And these things which are not conducive to spiritual life. Those who do not affect spiritual life, all those types of play, mixing with people and all can be that which harms your spiritual life, we have to avoid. For example, being with satsanga is also being with people. Being with dussanga also is being with people. But how much difference it creates. So we enter into a field where these favorable conditions appear and we enter into, Guru comes into the life to guide us further. And once the Guru comes, he directly arranges for your meeting, with the divine. Guru's part is when the nature makes all arrangement, Guru appears to introduce the divine to you. And if you are sufficiently qualified, he will give you a mantra. Mantra is where the God has taken the form of mantra, because he cannot enter me in any way. My senses cannot perceive, my mind cannot conceive, my intellect cannot discern, cannot understand what God is. So God is beyond my reach, and for him to reach me, he first gives the knowledge and realization to the disciple, Guru. Guru acquires absolute knowledge of God, intimate relationship with God, experiences God personally. And then God gives him various ways how God exists in this universe, as the transcendental reality, as the immanent reality, as the so many avatars, as the Lord of universe, as the Antaryamin in all of us. All this realization God gives to the Guru. Just like we see in Vivekananda's life, how Sri Ramakrishna, from the atheistic tendency of Vivekananda to the highest realization of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, stage by stage, within 4 years, 9 months of their contact, he finishes. So every realization is given. Similarly, the Guru receives all these aspects of God, and finally Guru says, see, I have given you all this. You are free from nature forever. You are Mukta Purusha. You can live as you want, within the nature or beyond the nature. Now, why can't you give this to others? But you cannot give your realization to anybody. You can't destroy their karma. You cannot do anything to that jiva, because jiva has its own tendencies and karma is not under the Guru's hand to destroy. God alone can destroy the karmas and vasanas. So Guru has realizations but no power to, he has power to lift but no power to transform him. So Guru says, I will take the form of mantra. Now you look at me, he will be presenting the impersonal becomes personal, personal becomes the mantra. He is in Samadhi Sthiti. Slowly he is coming down to from Nirvikalpa to Savikalpa. In Savikalpa, God appears in form and tells, see, I am taking the form of mantra now. And the Guru has only one, the Chaitanyik existence and pure love, manifestation of the Atman. Love has become the body, Prema Sharira, and Guru is having the Prema Sharira and he is Chaitanya Swarupa. In that Chaitanya, he can recognize the mantra as Chit Shakti, Chaitanya Shakti, and Chaitanya itself has taken slowly the taking form of the words. These words are not mere words. Suppose Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namah Shivaya, whatever the mantras or the Ishta mantras, the Guru gives various forms of Durga, this, that and all. Now each mantra he is getting from book is different. Guru's realization is different. So that is virtual, this is actual. That cannot work, this can work. So this experience of Guru, he sees the mantra living. It is conscious. It is full of power to erase the jiva's avidya, the root exists in what you call absence of knowledge, ignorance, the root ignorance, mula vidya, that it can destroy. Such a thing, it is coming from the transcendental into the relative to take the jiva back to the transcendental. So this mantra Guru gives to the disciple, and it is God in the form of mantra. It is when Guru gives the mantra, it is God in the form of mantra. And when you take from book, it is matter only. It has no power, it has no Shakti, it has no Chaitanya. Words alone are there. Deprived, it is like a motorcycle made up of clay. You cannot ride, you cannot start, you cannot put petrol, but it looks exactly like motorcycle. All parts, everything is made up of clay. You cannot use it. You can see only. So this we see the mantra has. When Guru gives the mantra, the words go to mind, and the Shakti and Chaitanya enters his innermost core. There is a kosha, it is called karmashaya, where karmas and vasanas are stored. Except mantra, nothing can enter into that box. So deep within is the karmic load and the vasanas, where it is in a potential form. As and when time comes, each karmas come out along with the vasana and fulfills its desires, or working out the karma. Sukha, dukkha, it has to experience, and it has to come. Every karma has to come with vasana. Without vasana, karma cannot work. Vasana kshaya and tattva jnana happens together. There may be huge mountain of karma, but if vasana is there, not there, nothing can work. Whole thing is useless, as if it is in the soil without any value. So here we see the mantra, because the jiva is not yet ready. It has to practice, it has to cultivate, it has to grow it, the mantra. So because of that, the mantra shakti and mantra chaitanya enters the heart of the jiva, and mantra alone enters the memory of the. He remembers the mantra, but when he starts doing the mantra with great love and faith, and feeling the living presence of God, then mantra becomes mantra chaitanya. It is like a vehicle given, now we have started it, it's a power now. When the vehicle is off, it's a matter. It has fuel, everything is there, key is also in your hand, but it is useless. You have to carry, that's all. When you start, it is a power which can carry you. So with great love, with full dedication, absolute faith, you will do the Ishta mantra. Then mantra becomes mantra chaitanya. So Guru, just by giving mantra, he is just introducing the divine. When but it is empowered, it is not something simple. Guru, that's why Guru must be Siddha Guru, one who has already realized. So very difficult. The more we aspire for, we get the actual Guru. You cannot differentiate between an ordinary Guru and a realized soul, because the realized soul will be much more humble and much more natural and much more simple than the ordinary Guru. Ordinary Guru shows all kinds of his power, knowledge, this, that, but he doesn't have the authority and power to give. But when you see the real Gurus who have accomplished, who have attained God, They're entirely, they'll be just like a child. So such a simplicity and purity, divinity, peace, they will be radiating wherever they go. So this is Guru. This is the real Guru who appears when our real spiritual aspiration begins. That's why Sri Ramakrishna says, those who have at least once wept for God, at least once wept for God. We weep for everything, but we never weep for God. But if a person has wept once for God, and if anybody is in his last life, just before the final realization, they will come to me. Coming to Sri Ramakrishna is like going to the post-university final. There is, in other satsangs and with all other gurus, you may have to spend many lives in small schools. Schooling must be over before you enter a university. And in university, there will be still higher and higher programs, post-graduation, and then doctorates. So when you finish your studies finally, and with authority you come out as the Jivan Mukta. So going to Sri Ramakrishna itself is a very elevated state. So here we see, because only one thing, Sri Ramakrishna is human life is only meant for realization of God. And for that you have to dedicate everything. You may have to sacrifice everything if God wants. So to give up all pursuits, do all duties of life with complete dedication as a worship unto God, and to see God alone in life is the qualification that one needs to come to Sri Ramakrishna. If they come earlier also by grace of God or by the help of nature, they will be undergoing fast transformations in the company of others and raise themselves to that standard of getting the qualification of a pure, real aspirant. In aspirant, the sadhakatva must awaken. Awakening is different from understanding. When sadhakatva awakens, it is like a power, he is possessed. See, some people are possessed by ghosts, how they behave. Possessed, it will be in spite of himself, unknowingly, it covers the whole of his mind and intellect, and then drives him, the ghost which holds him. Like that, he will be possessed by the longing for God. See, in Kathopanishad, the Nachiketa is told to have been possessed by Shraddha. Shraddha avivesha so manyata. Avesha, it is avesha. It is possessing something. So Vyakulata, when it possesses you, what will be your condition? You, day and night, you will be panting for the vision of God. Where is my Lord? Where is my beloved? I want to see. I cannot bear even a minute without a separation from Him. So like that kind of longing. So a Guru's is, this is the highest stage Guru is just introducing. That's why the power enters our heart and the words enter our mind. I can remember, I can utter that. To unite these two, the power and mantra again, you need pure love of God. Kindness to all beings. These two go together always because God is present in all beings. So we must be able to feel for others. This is an important condition. Many of the sadhakas forget or neglect that it is sufficient I call on God. Because God is not only somewhere in the heaven or in your heart and somewhere, but He is there in every heart. So He is also in your heart. When you say God is in my heart, you must be able to understand God is in His heart also, who is suffering. So this all-pervading God is within you, and when you love God, you will be consciously or unconsciously loving all. So all the defects in your existence, in your whole being, gets eliminated because of the presence of the divine in you. So this is the real Guru, essential Guru, and the ultimate Guru whom you are going to meet. Before that, for schooling, God may send so many small Gurus. They have grown to certain extent but not accomplished. Some can clear your doubts, some can explain things in a beautiful way to you, but they cannot give you the exact path that you have to go. And here you will see Guru gives the path, illumines the path and makes again and again, and through his prayers and through his blessings he protects the jiva, the disciple, from any fall and any danger that might be coming in the life, he wards off. And any karmic load which is going to take the disciple away from the spiritual path, he takes upon himself and alone suffers, works out those karmas on his own body-mind complex. This disciple will never know. Nature will intimate the Guru, such and such a karma is coming to your disciple. From intuition, immediately the Guru identifies totally with the disciple existential aspect independent of his body and mind, and takes away that karma and comes back to his own bodily awareness. And that karma gets transferred from the disciple to the Guru's bodily existence, and Guru works it out. So disciple will never know what Guru has done. They do it in some other realm which is imperceptible to the disciple, and is simply keeps the path ready. See, to take somebody's karma and work out, it is not an easy thing. And only who is authorized by God and favored by nature can receive that karma. Means you cannot imagine how much of kindness, love, compassion a Guru will have to take somebody's karma on himself and work out. Even the dearest and nearest will not be ready to take anybody's karma. Whom I love most, I will not be able to. Of course, we don't have the capacity. Even those who have capacity also will not be willing. So, this is what we see. Just as Sri Ramakrishna says, everyone will be liberated, but one must follow the instruction of Guru. Because why instruction of Guru we have to follow means he has done such a great sacrifice. We cannot even imagine. It is far beyond our understanding also. Such sacrifices Guru makes, and he has been directed by God, whom you are aspiring to meet. We don't know even God, but God has already sent Guru, go and finish the work. I am coming. So that path, the whole thing, ultimately it is God as if God is manifesting in and through a human bodily existence, because that body and mind must be perfectly pure, absolutely pure. To be an instrument, there should not be ego. To become a guru, there should not be ego. God cannot handle, just like you are going to write with pen is moving by itself, vibrating. You can't write. Like that guru, if ego is there, he cannot write. If impurity is there, he cannot write. He cannot use that instrument. So, to be guru, he has qualified himself with realization that all impurities have gone forever, and Guru is ready for God to manifest his power and work through him. So Sri Ramakrishna again tells us time and again, God alone is Guru, God alone is Guru. So this is the Guru aspect, why Sri Ramakrishna says you have to follow the instruction of Guru. It is an mandate from God. What Guru gives instruction is mandate from God. It is an order from God in and through the Guru, his instructions. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.